I come home today and I see this sitting up against my garage. It's not in a box. It's just a piece of metal sitting up against the garage. It's really weird. Got a packing label on it, but there's no box. I thought for sure. I just never seen a part delivered like this. It didn't have a box or some sort of packaging material. So very odd, but there it is. It's here now. So here it is, cleaned up. I cleaned up the bottom side of it. Used this gunk engine degreaser here and a rag. Scuffed it down with a Scotch-Brite pad first of all, and cleaned it up a little bit. Scuffed it down, then I shot it with the degreaser again. Letting it dry here, and then I'm going to spray some of this etching primer on it. So let's do this etching primer here. Self-etching primer. And then probably gonna do what I have on hand is this caliper paint, black caliper paint. It's what I have on hand. I do have some of this Rust-Oleum flat. This is a gloss, this is a flat, so I think I got some more somewhere. And then clear coat if I want to put it on there. So we'll see how this works. First of all is going to be the etching primer. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area. I have my shop here that I'm doing it in, and I'm gonna have a fan behind me to blow all the fumes out of the garage. So we'll try it out. All right, now on second thought, what I should have done is I should have flipped it over on its belly and did the inside first, or the upside from the skid plate. By doing that, I could then flip it over how it is now and basically do a better finished product, a finished final spray on the part that you're actually gonna see. So I did it in reverse. Maybe you should flip it over first and do it, but that's up to you. So I've already done the etching primer now, so now I'm gonna wait a little bit longer and I'm gonna do the, I think I'm gonna do the gloss caliper paint on it on the bottom, and then do the flat black on the opposite side since I don't have a full 2 cans of it. So we'll see how long it takes or how many cans it takes to do, but this is just the first step. Okay, now I've given it some time to dry. Now I'm gonna do the black caliper paint here and see how this goes on. So hopefully I'll be able to use what I have here to cover the whole thing. We'll see. All right, so I just got done putting the black duplicolor paint on the caliper paint on the skid plate. We'll see how that turns out. I'm gonna let it dry for a good probably 24 hours before doing anything else. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over and maybe put some something down on this so it won't damage it. But I'll flip it over and then do the exact same thing on the opposite side, on the bottom side. Okay guys, so today we're gonna be taking down this monstrosity of a shovel. I got a Undercover fab piece to put in its place. This is coming down, but first we have to support the transmission. So we're gonna have to take off the transmission brace, get it out of the way, and support the transmission. So let's get started on that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use the 18 millimeter. What that's going to do is it's going to take off the transmission skid plate right here. So an 18 mil on this side, 18 mil on that side, and then you're going to use a 13 millimeter to remove the bolt here that attaches the transmission skid, oil pan skid, to the main skid plate that holds the transfer case up. Just gonna leave it loose. You don't want to take it all the way off. You're gonna hit yourself in the head when you do it, if you do that. Right there, that's loose. I'm gonna loosen up the other one. Okay, so now once we have the oil pan skid plate out of the way, we're going to use the same 13 millimeter ratchet and remove the transmission bracket from the original stock belly skid plate. Okay, now at this point you see that I've got a jack supporting the transmission with a 4x4, or you could use a 2x4, and I also have a jack right here putting pressure on the skid plate. Now what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to drop the skid plate when it's time, but first I have to remove these bolts for the skid plate. These are 18 millimeter bolts. You're going to have to remove all these all the way around. There's 3 on this side, there's 3 on the other side. Make sure you remove those, but not before you have your jack holding up the skid plate. Now, as I'm lowering this skid plate, before I lower it, I want to mention to you, if you have a Rubicon, a TJ Rubicon with locker pumps, your lockers are right behind, your pumps are right behind here. I've already removed those, and I'm going to relocate them to the engine bay. If you have a Rubicon, you need to disconnect those. If you want to pause this video right now and watch how I did it, you can do that. And then come back to this video whenever you're ready to actually drop this skid plate to put your new one on. So now we're ready. Let's go ahead and drop it down. Just like that. We'll slide it out, put the new one in. Okay, so we have the Undercover fab over here, and we have the stock one over here. I mean, before I even get down low and show you the height difference, you can already tell significant difference here in what we're looking at. So quite a bit of difference there, as you can see. I'll put them further side by side so you can check them out. But this one has, in all 4 corners, it has the drain holes, which I really like that idea, so you don't have water sitting in there. So this is what it looks like up underneath right now. You can kind of see some things hanging down, but look at that significant difference in the height of these right here. That's great. All right, let's put them side by side a little bit better. There you go. There's a side-by-side representation of the difference between the Undercover fab and the stock one. Significant difference. Lift it up into place there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 and through there. No issues. that I can see. Those are come through just fine. So I will put those on. And of course, I'm gonna take these transmission skid or oil pan skid bolts out on both sides and store them for whenever I get the other one. So, all right guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna clean this all up, put this all away. This is again, the stock one, big monstrosity shovel. So the Jeep's coming through mighty nice and level belly there. So, all right guys, I'll talk to you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe, leave a message down below, and don't forget to like the video. Talk to you guys next time. All right, take care.